My name is Elif. I'm 25 years old, Turkish, and I live with my family in a small seaside town. Our town is peaceful, famous for its narrow streets, historic houses, and warm-hearted people. I love it here, but I've always dreamed of something more. I want to see the world, explore new cultures, and improve myself. My dream is to study in London. Right now, I'm learning English at a small language course in our town. When my teacher said, "Elif, your English is very good, you should study abroad," I was overjoyed. Those words encouraged me, and I started thinking about London, a big city, full of life and opportunities. I imagined myself walking through crowded streets, studying in a real classroom, and speaking English every day. One day, a man came to our town. He was from Istanbul and seemed very confident. He told me about a language school in London. "This school is amazing. You'll learn English quickly. There are many students there and they all love it," he said. His words caught my attention. He showed me photos of the school and smiling students. "You can study here, I can help you," he said. I was so excited. This was my chance. I wanted to go. The man gave me some forms and said, "Fill these out, pay for the school, and I'll take care of the rest." I trusted him because he seemed so professional and kind. When I told my family about the school, they weren't as excited as I was. My dad said, "London is dangerous, you don't know anyone there." My mom warned me, "Do you trust this man? Be careful." I listened to them, but I didn't change my mind. "This is my dream," I said. "I want to learn English and improve myself." My dad was worried. "Dreams are beautiful, but you need to be careful. What if something goes wrong?" he asked. I smiled and said, "Nothing will happen, Dad. I'll be careful." I kept thinking about London. I looked at photos of the city on my phone. Big buildings, red buses, bustling streets. Everything looked so enticing. I told my best friend Denise about my plans. "It sounds amazing," she said. "Elif, I want to come with you. Let's go together." I loved the idea. Denise is my best friend, and her support motivated me even more. We started making plans. It felt like a dream. I was ready to take the first step into a new life. My family was still worried, but I told them this was a big opportunity for me and that I would be safe. "I promise, everything will be fine," I said. The day after I decided to go to London, I started making a list of everything I needed. I packed my clothes, books, and personal belongings. I also took my passport and the documents the man had given me. I was excited, but also a little nervous. I wanted to be ready for this big adventure. Denise and I booked our plane tickets. We found an affordable flight online and were set to leave in 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks flew by. My mom told me to pack warm clothes. "London can be very cold," she said. She also prepared some snacks for the trip. "You might get hungry on the plane," she added. My dad silently watched me pack my suitcase. He looked worried but didn't say much. Denise and I met every day to finalize our preparations. She was just as excited as I was. "What will we do in London?" she asked. "We have to see Big Ben," I said. "And the London Bridge," she added. We laughed and imagined all the adventures we would have. Before the flight, my dad gave me some money. "Spend this carefully, only when you really need it," he said. I thanked him and promised I would. My mom gave me a small notebook. "Write about your journey. I want to read your story when you come back," she said. Finally, the day of the flight arrived. Denise and I woke up early. My family took us to the airport. My mom looked at me with tears in her eyes. "Please, call us when you land," she said. I hugged her and said, "Of course, don't worry." At the airport, everything felt big and new. Dennis and I got our tickets, checked in our luggage, and went through security. As we walked to the gate, my heart was racing. "We're really doing this," I said to Dennis. She smiled and said, "Yes, we're going to London." Boarding the plane, I felt a mix of emotions. I was excited, nervous, and a little scared. I waved one last time to my mom and dad. Then, Dennis and I got on the plane. When I sat down and fastened my seatbelt, I thought about everything that lay ahead. This was the beginning of my dream. I felt ready. As the plane took off, I looked out the window. Our town grew smaller and smaller until it disappeared among the clouds. I turned to Denise and said, "We're really going to London." She smiled and said, "Yes, this is the start of our adventure." During the flight, we watched movies, ate, and chatted. Time flew by. As the plane approached London, I saw the city lights from the window. My heart was pounding. "We're almost there," I whispered to Denise. When the plane landed, everyone clapped. Dennis and I smiled at each other. After collecting our luggage, we took a taxi to the address the man had given us. But when we arrived, we were shocked. The building looked old and empty. We knocked on the door, but no one answered. I called the number the man had given me, but there was no response. I realized the truth. It was a scam. There was no school. My money was gone. I turned to Denise and asked, "What do we do now?" Tears streamed down my face. I felt lost and helpless. Eventually, we went to a nearby cafe. The waiter noticed our worried faces and wanted to help. I told him what had happened. "I'm so sorry," he said. "You need to be careful in this city." He recommended a cheap hotel nearby. We spent the night at the hotel. The next morning, I decided to call my family. When I called my dad, his voice was calm but concerned. "Elif, why didn't you listen to me?" he asked. Tears filled my eyes. "I'm sorry, Dad," I said. "Everything went wrong. My dad said he would send me some money. Spend it carefully, find a safe place and stay there," he said. After receiving the money, Denise and I moved into a small hostel. Our room was tiny, but at least we were safe. The next day, we started looking for a real language school. Finally, we found a small language center in the city center. Our teacher, Ms. Claire, welcomed us warmly. "Welcome. You'll learn a high lot here," she said. The class had students from all over the world. Everyone was friendly, and I felt at ease right away. I attended classes every day and worked on improving my English. Denise and I explored the city together. We saw Big Ben, the London Bridge, and other famous landmarks. Over time, my confidence grew. A few months later, I emailed my family. I told them how much my English had improved and how I had adjusted to life in London. My dad replied immediately, "I'm proud of you." Those words meant so much to me. One night, as I walked through the city, I thought about everything I had been through since arriving, the scam, the struggles, and the lessons I had learned. I smiled and told myself, this is just the beginning. London had become the start of a new life for me, and I was ready to continue this adventure. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. New here? Welcome! If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. We've got so much more exciting content coming your way, and I'd love for you to be part of this journey. Got questions, ideas, or just want to say hi? Drop a comment below. I read every single one and love hearing from you. Your feedback and support mean the world to me. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay awesome. Bye for now.